Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the intriguing developments between Jack Brennan and Carly Spencer that could reshape their relationship in unexpected ways. The hidden dangers of Jocelyn's secret life. Did you know that Jocelyn Jacks has been living a dangerous double life right under her mother's nose? While Carly remains completely unaware, her daughter has been pulled into a web of intrigue through Brennan's connections. Jocelyn hasn't merely been dabbling in danger, she's been fully recruited by the WSB and is now entangled in the treacherous affairs surrounding Cyrus Renault. This covert operation puts her at significant risk daily, creating a ticking time bomb situation that Carly has yet to discover. The irony of Carly's situation becomes even more pronounced when we consider that while she worries about potential threats to her children from her relationship with Brennan, her daughter Jocelyn is already deep in the dangerous world Brennan inhabits. This secret recruitment represents a massive breach of trust that could devastate their family dynamics when eventually revealed. Upcoming episodes will likely explore the psychological impact on Jocelyn as she balances her normal life with her clandestine WSB activities. The pressure of maintaining this facade will undoubtedly create compelling character development opportunities as she navigates loyalty conflicts between Brennan's missions and her family obligations. Troubling news on the horizon. The storm clouds are gathering for Carly as spoilers indicate she will soon receive some deeply disturbing news. This revelation could potentially connect to Jocelyn's secret activities or might introduce an entirely new complication to her already chaotic life. The timing couldn't be worse as she's still recovering from her recent poisoning ordeal. This upcoming bombshell will likely serve as a catalyst for major plot developments, possibly forcing Carly to confront harsh realities about the people she's chosen to trust. The writers have masterfully set up multiple potential sources for this troubling news, from Brennan's mysterious past to Valentin Cassidy's ongoing machinations. The emotional fallout from this news will test Carly's legendary resilience in ways viewers haven't seen before. Her response could redefine her character moving forward, especially if it involves betrayal from someone close to her. The psychological complexity of processing this news while still physically recovering adds another layer of dramatic tension to her storyline. The maternal dilemma. Carly's maternal instincts place her in an impossible position. Her growing feelings for Brennan directly conflict with her paramount responsibility to protect her children. The recent poisoning incident has forced her to confront the collateral damage her romantic choices might inflict on her family. This internal conflict manifests in Carly's increasing anxiety about security and safety, concerns that will likely intensify as she learns more about Brennan's dangerous connections. The show brilliantly portrays the impossible balancing act of a single mother trying to find personal happiness while ensuring her children's well-being. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is that Carly doesn't yet comprehend the full extent of the danger. Her maternal instincts are raising alarms, but she lacks crucial information about Brennan's world and Jocelyn's involvement in it. This dramatic irony creates palpable tension for viewers who understand the complete picture while watching Carly make decisions based on limited information. Brennan's 5-word heartbreak. Following Carly's recovery, Jack Brennan might deliver a devastating 5-word sentence that could alter their relationship forever. "I'm too dangerous for you." This simple yet powerful statement encapsulates the central conflict of their romance. His lifestyle poses genuine threats to her safety. Brennan's potential decision to end their relationship stems from a place of love rather than rejection. Having nearly lost Carly to poisoning intended for him, he's forced to confront the reality that his presence in her life makes her a target. The emotional weight of this realization will likely manifest in powerful performances as Brennan struggles between his feelings and his concern for her well-being. The psychological complexity of Brennan's character will be on full display as he grapples with this impossible choice. His professional life has always demanded personal sacrifices, but Carly represents perhaps the most painful sacrifice yet. The internal conflict between his desire for happiness and his need to protect Carly creates rich dramatic territory for character development. Carly's leap of faith and its consequences. Before the crisis, Carly had finally overcome her initial hesitation about Brennan. After much self-reflection and analysis, she decided to trust her heart and take a chance on their relationship. This leap of faith led to their intimate night together, a moment of connection that quickly transformed into danger when she was poisoned by champagne meant for Brennan. The poisoning incident, orchestrated by Valentin, served as a harsh reality check about the dangers of Brennan's world. What should have been a romantic milestone instead became a life-threatening ordeal that landed Carly in the hospital fighting for her life. This dramatic turn demonstrates how quickly happiness can turn to peril in Port Charles. The psychological aftermath of this traumatic experience will likely influence Carly's perspective on relationships and trust moving forward. Even as she physically recovers, the emotional scars may linger, affecting her ability to feel safe and secure, especially in romantic contexts. This creates an opportunity for profound character development as Carly processes this trauma. The fighter's response. Those who know Carly understand that she won't easily accept Brennan's decision to end their relationship for her protection. Her character has consistently demonstrated remarkable resilience and determination throughout numerous past challenges. This situation will likely be no exception to her fighting spirit. Carly's refusal to be intimidated by danger is a cornerstone of her character. Rather than retreating from threats, she typically confronts them head-on with unwavering courage. This aspect of her personality will almost certainly come into play as she resists Brennan's attempts to distance himself for her safety. The dynamic between Brennan's protective instincts and Carly's refusal to be protected creates a compelling relationship conflict. Their opposing approaches to danger, his desire to shield her versus her determination to face threats together, will likely drive significant dramatic tension in upcoming episodes. This fundamental difference in worldview provides rich material for character development and relationship evolution. A strengthened bond through adversity. Paradoxically, Brennan's attempt to end their relationship might ultimately strengthen their connection. By confronting the dangers together rather than separately, they could forge a deeper, more resilient bond. This potential outcome represents the classic storytelling principle that relationships tested by fire often emerge stronger. The shared experience of surviving the poisoning incident gives them a unique connection. They've already faced mortality together. This common ground could serve as the foundation for a more profound understanding between them, one that acknowledges the risks but values their relationship enough to face them together. The evolution of their relationship through this crisis will likely explore themes of trust, vulnerability, and courage. If they choose to remain together despite the dangers, it represents a conscious decision to prioritize love over safety, a powerful statement about what they value most. This choice would mark significant character development for both Brennan and Carly as they redefine their priorities. Next, we will learn about the explosive mystery surrounding Sonny Corinthos's penthouse and the potential culprits behind this dangerous attack that has left the Port Charles community in shock. The aftermath of violence. The mob world of Port Charles has once again erupted in flames, this time literally. Michael Corinthos, caught in what appears to be a targeted attack against his father, now faces a grueling recovery process in a specialized German clinic. The severity of his burns serves as a grim reminder of the dangers that come with the Corinthos family name. Sonny Corinthos, a man haunted by his past failures, particularly the devastating loss of his son Morgan to a bomb meant for Julian Jerome, now finds himself reliving that nightmare. The weight of guilt sits heavily on his shoulders as he contemplates how another son has suffered due to his lifestyle choices. This pattern of violence targeting his loved ones has only strengthened his resolve to identify and eliminate the threat. The psychological impact on Sonny cannot be understated. Each attack against his family reopens wounds that never truly healed. His determination to protect what remains of his family has transformed from a paternal instinct into an all-consuming vendetta. Those close to him can see the dangerous glint in his eyes, a look that promises retribution of biblical proportions. The investigation unfolds. Initial suspicions pointed toward Jen Sidwell, a logical first suspect given recent tensions. However, Jason Morgan's confrontation with Sidwell yielded unexpected results. After an intense interrogation that only Jason could deliver, Sidwell maintained his innocence with enough conviction to cast doubt on this theory. Jason, whose instincts have rarely led him astray, now believes they must look elsewhere for the culprit. The investigation has since expanded, with Jason methodically working through Sonny's extensive list of enemies. Each suspect brings their own motives and capabilities to the table, creating a complex web of possibilities that must be carefully untangled. The pressure mounts as each passing day without answers increases the risk of another attack. Law enforcement's involvement remains complicated by Sonny's criminal connections. While the police are officially investigating the explosion, their effectiveness is limited by witnesses' reluctance to cooperate and the intricate code of silence that permeates Port Charles's underworld. This reality has forced Sonny to rely primarily on his own resources to find answers. Valentin Cassadine, the calculating adversary. Among the most compelling suspects is Valentin Cassadine, whose history with Sonny includes previous assassination attempts and the dangerous tampering with Sonny's bipolar medication, a particularly insidious attack that targeted not just Sonny's life but his mental stability. Valentin's recent activities have raised significant red flags. During his time running the Pikeman operation, he expressed clear interest in utilizing Sonny's territory for weapons trafficking, a move that would facilitate international conflicts while lining his own pockets. This territorial ambition provides a strong motive for wanting Sonny eliminated. Most damning is Valentin's recent break-in at Sonny's new residence. On March 17, he was observed retrieving hidden documents and passports concealed within the chimney. This clandestine activity suggests ongoing schemes that could be connected to the explosion. The timing is particularly suspicious, indicating Valentin may be tying up loose ends or preparing contingency plans. WSB connections, Jack Brennan. The technical aspects of the bombing provide another investigative avenue. The explosive device bore hallmarks of WSB, World Security Bureau, technology, immediately implicating individuals with connections to this clandestine organization. Jack Brennan stands out prominently among these suspects. Brennan's arrival in Port Charles coincided with an explicit interest in Sonny's operations, raising immediate suspicions from Anna Devane, a former WSB agent herself. Her instincts regarding fellow operatives have proven reliable in the past, lending credibility to this theory. The sophistication of the explosive device suggests professional training beyond typical mob violence. WSB agents are specifically trained in covert operations including demolition techniques designed to eliminate targets while minimizing evidence. The precision of the attack aligns perfectly with these methodologies. Legacy of violence, Cyrus Renault's influence. Though Cyrus Renault is no longer alive, his influence continues to cast a shadow over Port Charles. His methodologies, particularly his preference for explosive devices, bear striking similarities to the current attack. The bombing of the floating rib that left Lulu Spencer in a prolonged coma demonstrates his willingness to cause collateral damage to achieve his objectives. It's entirely possible that Renault established contingency plans before his demise, perhaps instructing loyal followers to continue his vendetta against Sonny. Criminal organizations rarely dissolve completely with the loss of their leader. Instead, they often fragment into cells that continue operations based on established directives. The psychological impact of considering Renault as the posthumous orchestrator adds another layer of complexity to Sonny's predicament. How does one fight an enemy who has already died? This question haunts Sonny as he considers the possibility that Renault's hatred has transcended death itself. The Wu connection, Selena's ambitions. Selena Wu represents a different kind of threat, one cloaked in the veneer of alliance. As a major player in Port Charles's criminal landscape, she has maintained a complex relationship with Sonny, balancing cooperation with competition. This delicate equilibrium may have finally tipped toward open conflict. The tentative peace between their organizations has always been pragmatic rather than genuine. Both leaders recognize the mutual benefits of avoiding all-out war, but neither has ever fully trusted the other. Recent shifts in territorial control and profit distribution may have convinced Selena that the time for diplomacy has passed. Selena's methods typically favor subtlety and plausible deniability, making a direct bombing seem uncharacteristic. However, this apparent deviation from her usual approach could be strategic, designed specifically to divert suspicion away from her. Few would immediately consider her capable of such a brazen attack, providing perfect cover for her ambitions. Blood rivalry, Rick Lansing. The complicated relationship between Sonny and his half-brother Rick Lansing presents yet another avenue of investigation. Their shared blood has never translated to brotherly affection. Instead, their history is marked by rivalry and betrayal. Rick's resentment towards Sonny has manifested in increasingly disturbing ways throughout the years. The most notorious example of Rick's capacity for cruelty was his imprisonment of Carly Spencer, Sonny's then pregnant wife, in a panic room within the home he shared with Elizabeth Baldwin. This act demonstrated not only his willingness to harm Sonny's loved ones but also a disturbing level of premeditation and psychological torture. Despite this history, certain factors complicate the theory of Rick's involvement. As a father to Molly Lansing Davis, he has demonstrated genuine paternal love and protective instincts. It seems inconsistent that he would knowingly endanger Avery Jerome Corinthos, Ava Jerome's daughter, with Sonny. However, if the attack was intended to occur when no children were present, this moral constraint becomes less relevant. The broader threat landscape. Beyond these specific suspects lies the vast network of enemies Sonny has accumulated throughout his decades in organized crime. The nature of his business virtually guarantees a constant stream of adversaries, former associates seeking revenge, rival organizations eyeing his territory, or even law enforcement operatives working outside official channels. Jason Morgan's advice to Sonny to abandon his criminal enterprise reflects this reality. The violence inherent to the mob lifestyle inevitably circles back to threaten those closest to the participants. Sonny's reluctance to heed this counsel, despite the mounting evidence of its wisdom, speaks to the complex psychology of a man who has built his identity around his position of power. As the investigation continues, one certainty remains: the explosion at Sonny's penthouse represents not just an attack on property but a declaration of war against the Corinthos family. The coming weeks will reveal whether Sonny's determination to identify and eliminate this threat will bring security to his loved ones or merely perpetuate the cycle of violence that has defined his life. The residents of Port Charles now watch with bated breath as this dangerous game unfolds, knowing that in the world of Sonny Corinthos, retribution is not a question of if, but when and how devastating it will be when it finally arrives.